Wonderful, ladies and gents. Pisces season is going to be extremely powerful, like never seen before. Will we lift energies, lift vibrations, and move in a complete different platform, a way of living on the planet. And so Pisces season is going to define the entire year for us. It's like, I don't know if you feel it. On one side, you feel like, whoo, finally lightening up from that strong plutonium energy, moving in, the tranquil waters of Pisces that is very much connected to the blue way and any degree in blue. So all these tones like light blue, fluorescent blue, dark blue, purple blue, they all matter and is connected to the higher senses, the higher instincts, and opening up intuition to a level that is actually connected to your origin, which is quite a feat to witness. So from lightening up here and feeling the lighter vibes, because Neptune is completing actually a 12-13 year cycle, which is huge. And so that we're moving on, never stopping. And here you get truly the time to take new decisions, to realign to a new person that is much more connected to your universal self and not any longer to your birthed self, which is very important. And on the other side, what we will witness on the planet as well is like with the huge levels of energy shifts, like Pisces season is connected to water. And when we have not transitions the waters within the kidneys, the lymph node, when you have a swollen solar center or even sacral and root, then things can get pretty difficult. So it's a matter of eliminating, deleting the old ways, the old muddy waters, and allowing self to open up for the clear waters in which we see with clear eyes from the eye of the divine, the eye of self within many glands in the brain, because it's being offered. And so many more crystalline grids are moving, are grounding on the planet, overriding the electromagnetics, and meaning that on the other side, the density of the lower vibrations or the electromagnetics are going to continue to collapse and experience a lot more malfunctioning in the brain. So these are people that are not connected to the divine, never in meditation, or promoting the sickness that has been going on during the dark ages. And so as we step out of it, it's actually the huge divine sources and forces that are grounded on the planet already and planting more and more crystalline grids. They all have a name, they have a power. Like for the blue way, there is an azurite grid that is extremely powerful because it shoots all the way throughout all dimensions, all universes. And so there is, for example, a star sapphire grid, a blue way star sapphire. If you have a blue sapphire, let me know in the comments if you have a blue sapphire. That would be great. So the star sapphire from Sri Lanka is also a grid. When placing that, it will help you to open up the higher intuition, higher instincts. But in this time around, it will immediately flow with content in the water that needs to go, as we will clear out anything called synthetics and thus the mud to the water. And reason why we can feel lighter and lighter every day. As I've talked in many videos before this one, it's a matter of moving not only into light body, but the lightness of being, like light food. And so we cannot no longer The body cannot sustain synthetic food, animal food, heavy foods. I would suggest take as many liquids as you can. Refine your food every day. Don't eat much more than you really need, because most people still eat through their emotional garments. So continuing to eliminate the attachment to the old roles, because many may have a difficult time because it was connected to the soul, and the soul is actually just that particular thing that is all you've ever known. And stepping out of the soul, like I said, is opening up, removing the lower chakras, like the bloating of the solar plexus, the Garden of Eden, the Adonagate, the sacral, and the root of problematic static. These three centers, could evaporate quite easily when opening up your alignment into the pillars of light. That is your authenticity. The chakra system was created by the matrix. So hello that we are over and done with that dark age, not knowing that it was the chakras actually that kept us so much in captivity and density and synthetics and irritations and diseases and angers and fears and that whole plateau. I can't even talk about it anymore. When you're on that platform where you can't even talk about it anymore, then you're done. You're over and done with it. So what we will definitely see during this month, as Mars is moving also very in a direct way, and we had the plutonium direct movement directing you, like it wouldn't leave you alone, If you've done the work, then you must feel pretty clean right now. And so it doesn't leave, let's say, the beauty of the rivers, the oceans, the water flow, the musical harp and guitar strings through the water. It doesn't leave it alone. That power bomb of Mars will move through authorities, will move through the electromagnetics, and people that only know these electromagnetics and that caused all of humanity so much problematic static, they will feel like their brain will, stop functioning. They will start to look for outcomes. They, some will go completely nuts. We will see that with high priority people as well. And it was predicted anyways. An end needs to come. And so I'm here to lift your vibrations, not the other side. That is what they can do themselves. And what we will see, of course, is more and more photonic light bulbs are grounding every day. It's a matter of connecting to your source, your pillars of light, and the massive crystalline grids over here, and then opening up to your universal, celestial, and celestial sound, because that is your true authenticity. And that is why the last month, I talked about the purification that is so important to do, and that comes through the plutonium energy and planets beyond Pluto in the galaxies in a universal way. That is the white way of purification, the Christ way, or the crystalline way. Christ comes from crystals. And that was killed, and because they knew when we kill the most important thing within people, so they cannot reconnect to their crystalline essence, crystal clear brain, crystal clear eyes, the third, fourth, fifth eye, then there is nothing they can connect to. And they did a good job, but we did a good job as well. We moved through it, and we did find the portals to reconnect with just the pillar of light and the celestial embodiment. So opening and purifying with the white way, bringing a transplant through the lungs, bringing the nucleus of your DNA back in crystalline consciousness, and moving the old plateau, the old cellular construction into light particles or light waves. If you're in meditation, let me know what kind of meditation do you do. Do you transition every day, every week, every month? Would you like to get there? Because it's going to get very, very important. So for those interested, I have a course in alchemy that takes you all the way from the beginning stages of the new light body, the new tree of life, and the new flow and power of life. Not the old ways, not the old designs, because they don't work anymore. And if they did work, and you don't feel the vortexes of light moving through like huge waves in the body, you don't have anything. You don't have light body. That's as simple as that. And that is, you know, the way the divine will talk. Very direct. So that power bomb of Mars moving through will not let any vibe that is in the negativity, the density, willing to kill much more in our health and especially educational system, because we are all here to re-educate ourselves back into the origin, to bring higher sciences and physics through. Well, those people are holding it back, but we are actually the new scientists and physicians. So working with light codes, geometric patterns in the Pisces season is very, very important here, because the sacred light codes, they come from geometric patterns in your energy field when you have a foundation in light embodiment. And they come quite quickly. Here's an example of my code. So I also have these apparel, when wearing it, or, you know, whatever, water bottle, fitness bags and stuff. It's fun. It's fun because they work very, very quickly, and they work with all the angelic kingdoms and the masters, and they tell you how to work with these codes. So I channel them, I give them to people, and they transition overnight. That's the way to do it. So here with that lightening up of energies, like I think most Capricorns will feel very much enlightened, because they had a very, very long, with I think it's 4 years now, with the plutonium pusher detail, never letting them, you know, have some degree of peace and dignified breath through. They were pushed to polish many, many things. So I understand it comes like a huge relief for especially Capricorns, but I'm sure everybody will feel the lightening up of the flow of waters. And when connecting to rivers, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Antarctic, Arctic, the Indian Oceans, name it, you can connect anywhere. But it's all about new communication systems and telepathic communications coming through, not in the airy-fairy astral soul planes, because that is piled with false information that doesn't work. When your body does not transition with information you download, it's connected to the old soul astral planes and nothing to do with lightening up in light embodiment, you know, the way of the divine. And so that particular Pisces season, the true blue way, I would definitely recommend to work with blue tones, any blue tones, connect to blue ray species, connect to bluebirds, connect to blue animals, connect to the fish industry, connect to the water species, the mammals in the seas. And if you want a wonderful meditation that deblocks all the old energy centers, chakras, I don't like the word chakra anymore. It's so ugly, so dense. I don't know if you feel that, but that is truly, definitely very, very much of. And so these species can connect you immediately. I have there a dolphin friend that, you know, that takes you through a journey in the oceanic waters. But apart from that, so what is new for me this year, if you're interested to upgrade, so every month a new ray comes out to uplift your vibration back onto the other side of midnight. And that is literally a necessity because Shambhala is grounding on the planet, and reason for the massive energy shifts, and reason why much more truth is coming through, because also the old sun vibration, we all part of the great central sun, reinstalling the new sunlight in your heart and your new place in Shambhala, your space, you know, your particular domain in Shambhala, comes from the heart vibration, and you feel then shooting sun rays through that opens up beyond the capstone into your particular temple of light, and that is when you can rise like the phoenix. And so that yellow orange sun vibration brings through more and more truth. It cannot be other, because Pisces, the blue way tones, and the purification process of the white ray we've been moving through last month, these two rays are imperative to move through anything. If you want to sit in meditation, breathe them through, align them, command them, talk to them, because it's, you know, the entire Aquarius age is opening up. It's the age of communication and education. It's that simple. So here, I offer monthly alignments. So even if you want to start today, I will bring through the blue way alignments universally and celestial, with the grids, with the crystals, with your alignment, the changes in the body, and you will feel that vibrate inside out instantly. And so that is actually connected to the Buddha energy that never got touched. It stayed intact during the dark ages. So question that, maybe. And so the Christ energy is the white way we've been moving through and anchoring for 1 month. So you can move into that if you want to do that for a few weeks and combine it with the blue way that I'm putting out today. The blue way is accessible. It's from my series Wise and Vibe. So they only started out. And here I request people to work like a whole month with the blue way integrated. See the changes happening. See yourself transition in the new light that the earth is grounding. And see yourself moving into the living light vibrations that is termed Shambhala, with huge vortexes of light. Like while I'm sitting here, I feel like this all of the time, and it's quite fun. And I have master species talking through me. So channeling your information, not from a soul, but a direct spirit connection, that's quite different. That's high level data that comes through. And so when the cells are transitions into light particles, you know, you cannot suffer from any disease anymore, or any mental deviation that was planted through the food industry, through the educational platforms, all the synthetics we find worldwide. So these crystalline grids override all of that instantly. And so you rise on a higher plateau, you get higher instinct, higher creativity, higher ideas that are completely, you know, different from anything on the airplane, and that are destined to be planted through you on the earth. So becoming a co-partner with everybody, and reason for the unification process in the unified fields, not the collective. I wouldn't want to be part of the collective. That is so off. All the density going on there, it's the unified fields that brings us together, that brings all light vibrations into the higher platform, so we can shine our light many miles in circumference. And that is the true idea. So that power bomb of Mars moving through, and you know, the new moon and the moon vibrations opening up into a full moon, like around 20th March, I'm not sure, in the blue way. That is like, here is my intuition, here is what I get, here's get my peaceful waters, transition the water, and command, demand, allow, and invite your transitions. That is 9. It's number 9. It's an eternal spiral. Command these things in, allow them, invite a team of light to work with you, and allow your own information. Everybody can channel, just polish your channel. And that is really what is in the white Christ way, because both Buddha and Christ, white and blue, needs to move together. So plutonium moving in the Pisces season with Neptune and, you know, the higher vibrations into the beyond the blue universe is so beautiful, so majestic, but also extremely peaceful. So also for those interested in the alignments, that is really, you'll be aligned to extreme vortexes of peace, and you'll be so calm. But then so calm that is quite a feat actually. And through calmness, through being calm actually, you can achieve anything because you get clarity. I mean, you get clarity as a matter of elimination, an elimination of the attachments actually. So the attachments to anything that used to be like, if it's all you've ever known, it shouldn't be difficult either. No, we all went through the same hallways anyway. So apart from that, I'll pull a card for you guys from my I Am Presence. It's the I Am Presence that comes alive with its 12 ways, the 12 universes, the 12 signs in the galaxies, the zodiac signs. It's all connected to the number 12, and so all connected to 5 elements. So that is my book, the I Am Faculty Wise Mentor cards for modern day ascension, and they assist you massively. And then I have the pack of cards that I created for my art. I'm an artist, an author, I'm a spiritual scientist, physician, a channel, and so opening up into my first 9-day retreat in India. If you're interested in a free webinar, that link is below as well. So it's moving completely directly into the alchemy of self and seeing all the worlds inside out. So let's have a card here. Damn, that is so powerful. I am laser technology, the eye. How beautiful is that? The eye of the divine, laser technology. So it's card number 49. 49 makes up 13 makes up a 4. A 4 is a lightning bolt. It's a lightning bolt into your new life, as I've been talking about. Yeah, that is so powerful. So let's see what it says. 49. It's an important number. So connect to the number 4. Connect to the 4 cornerstones of creation, north, south, east, west. Ask the divine to align you back to the origin and allow the lightning bolt to come true. So the internal eyes have many options to reconstruct into the architectural design, and laser technology is quite fun to clear out any physicalized debris and its psychological content. So mostly we have a lot of psychology in the eye and the way we see things. So it's a matter of bringing questions to self. What are you willing to see? What are you cutting out of your wavelength that promotes growth and strength? So the physical eye always processes information. Conform your internal eye and the individual mental psychological state of your being or not being, meaning not really living and letting an internal external motors drive your life on an automatic schedule. So it's about the fire that rises, like I'm saying, with the margin, energy will not leave anything untouched. It just moves direct through the tranquil waters. So the tranquil waters that are all your emotion will be shaked up. If it's falseness and not connected to truth, then people will have a difficult time. It was meant to be. It is, we rise of fire from the internal all-seeing eyes that need to become a never-ending pulsation before we can truly load the full capacity of seeing inside out throughout all universes or dimensions. So you see, I've been talking about the sun. I love this card. I love this artwork. Oh, it's upside down. You see the sun stream in the middle. So the warmth of the sun rising into its twin sun component along the alpha omega antenna blowing through will assist you to open up higher health and streaming through with the eternal faculties with the moon, the dark black moon frequencies, which you see in this card, that synchronize with your spark self. So you get the spark to spark communication when connected to the great central sun, the great central moon, your spark self, opening the eye with the golden alchemy, that is the eye over here represented, connected to the four corners. So you actually have everything going when lifting the vibration. So it's very interesting to really dig deep into the optical vision of the physical eye, as well as the pupil, the cornea, the lenses, and remove anything that is sloppy within your eyes, anything, that is sluggish or, like connected to the muddy water. So I would definitely suggest to clear the waters in your eye, the humidity in the eye. Yeah. And so because there's many diseases connected to the eyes and its light sensitivity to the retina. So investigating your eye condition may be a very interesting experiment, for it will allow you to discover what kind of impulses the optical nerves bring to your brain. So you could have questions like, do you suffer from loss of central vision due to age? Do you suffer from blurry vision that formats through the cornea? Do you maybe experience inflammation, infections, viruses, damaged blood vessels, or dry eyes? Because the health of your eyes should not be taken for granted and starts with good nutrition, safety eyewear, and balanced computer phone screen. So clearing out the anatomy is a must, because at this time we will see drugs will no longer have any effect on the human body, because when light vibration are moving very at a very quick pace, and the density of any synthetics in medication moves that slow. It's synthetic. So what these vortexes of quick lightning will do is they will, break them along with the collapse of the matrix. So here is the question: are you willing to move forward at the speed of light with the lightning up? Definitely connect to the blue way, the all tones of blue, and inspect your eyes, because your eyes are there to see the clear waters instead of the density, the muddy waters. So that is a huge line of difference. And if you're interested, definitely open up Shine and Rise Vibration, or if you want to move through a whole month of transition with the Pisces season, there is a link in the description box. The Rise and Shine season, actually, or the Alchemy course, or the 9-day movement. That is a complete transition into light embodiment, like it was millions and billions of years ago, yet remembering. So remembering is a great theme here. Original remembrance and original communication through the blue way. So I would also suggest here that you connect definitely with telepathic wavelengths in the appropriate crystalline grids. So other than that, if you're not interested, or maybe just like my walk and my talk, then maybe subscribe to my newsletter. There's always something fun in there, something free, and you might enjoy that. So I wish you good luck this month, and definitely keep up your vibration, keep your highest level vision on the highest level, self-communication with the divine orders, sources, and forces, and you won't have any difficulty on this airplane any longer. I'm Charlotte Chi. Thank you so much for subscribing, being with me, and supporting my channel. Thank you. See you in the next one.